Hi everyone, I recently found this piece of furniture and today I've decided to work on it. I love the shape of this. You can call it a side table or a night-end table. It has some specific shapes and curves that I really enjoy. In any case, what I'm going to do today is clean it up and give it a new look by painting. So what I'm going to do is give it a good clean. It was on the sidewalk, so it has some dust on it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it up. I forgot to mention that it does have a drawer, and I will again clean that up as well. The best way for me to actually clean this piece is to turn it upside down so I can clean the inside. As you can see, you can do a better job of cleaning this piece if it's upside down, especially it's not a big piece. And so here I'm going to start to clean. What I'm going to use is a very simple cloth, water, some soap. So here starts the cleaning process. Just make sure the piece is clean before I start doing the paint. Very good shape, except for one area where I had to fix the leg. I just applied some glue, and I'm gonna wait for the glue to dry, and then I will start the painting process. So now that the piece is cleaned and glue is dried up, I'm gonna start the painting process. I'm using this brand. It's a Valspar Ultra. It's a high gloss paint combined with a primer, and the color is red. Here it goes. I'm going to open the can with a screwdriver. Hopefully you guys can see this, but technically I'm just opening the can. I shook the can up so I get a good consistency as far as the paint is concerned. And here it goes. Of course, in this particular case, you can pick any color. Red is, I think what I'll need to do is actually paint it in white before I paint it in red. So I'll have to proceed with that. So we're going to start applying the white color. As I said, the red originally did not apply well on the black. So we'll give it a white color before we give it a second coat. And that kind of like frees my mind. Free my mind, not freeze. Oh, I guess freeze as well. Again, like I said before, as far as the color of the paint, you can choose the paint, the color of the paint that you like. Just so you know, there are different textures of paint. You got the flat, you got the satin, you got the semi-gloss, and you got the gloss. Of course, you can look up the definition of these different type of paints so you can understand which effect you would like to see on the piece. Do you want a flat looking simple? Then you go flat, satin as well. Gloss, as you understand, or gloss is gloss is like a little shiny. Semi-gloss is a little less shiny, and so forth. So depending on the look that you're looking for, you pick accordingly the type of paint, and you just apply it. Simple strokes. So I've turned the side table upside down, actually the opposite. The first coat is pretty much dry to paint. As you can see, I've turned the side table upside down. Painting the last remaining can see, this is the final product. Came out pretty nice. I've kept the drawers in its original state, just to create contrast. Hi, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be working on this bench. It's going to be a two-step process. I will be painting it and then I'll be applying what they call an image or decor transfer. So these are the tools that I'm going to be using today. A brush, paint, the color is going to be yellow. This tool is to apply the image transfer on the bench, and as you can see, this is what they call an image transfer. And of course, I'll be showing you how to apply it to the bench. So as you can see, I've started painting the piece yellow in order to get better access to the bench. As far as painting it, I brought it upside down. Usually when I paint furniture, I start from the bottom up. You might be wondering how come I'm painting in my living room. The thing is, I do have a workspace, actually a garage, where I do my projects, but since it's still like towards the end of winter, so temperature wise it's preferable that I do my projects like this. So now that the paint has been applied at the bottom of the bench, I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then I will proceed with the top. As you can see, I'm in the process of painting the surface. I am using a brush sponge for the top of the bench. I just want to make sure that the paint is applied extremely smoothly, as we're going to be applying the image transfer on it. So here it goes. The image transfer has to be done on a surface that is extremely clean. And when we come to the point where we apply the image transfer, and especially when the project is done, you'll be satisfied with what you're going to see. So finally, as you can see, I applied the paint, the yellow paint on the bench. The surface is very dry. So we are entering the second phase where I'm going to apply the image transfer. Now, a note of caution. To begin, make the area you're applying the transfer to this is clean and free of any debris. For best results, make sure the surface you're using is primed and has an even surface. Take a dry towel and clean off if need be, and dust off the area. So I'm gonna open the transfer package carefully when unrolling, and it comes as a sheet like this. Okay, you have two sheets, one transparent that has the actual image, and the white one is the base where the image is applied to. So basically, you have to make sure that once you remove the protective sheet, that you place it on the surface using masking tape to secure the transfer and hold it in place. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to remove it very carefully, as you see. Now, once you pull the transparent piece of the base, make sure that this sheet does not adhere to anything besides the surface where you want to apply it to. So you have to make sure where you put the design that is somewhat centered, and once you apply it, you want to like put some pressure on it so it can adhere to the surface. You want to make sure that this surface is completely stable. You can use masking tape to put on each corner. It's up to you, but if you're starting doing this, I would recommend it. Since I'm used to doing it, I've kind of grown to it, and I don't need to do it at this point. But of course, this would be something that you might want to do in the beginning. So depending on the transfer design and complexity, you may have to rub the transfer with moderate force. Be sure to rub evenly and all over the design to ease the release of the transfer. When you purchase these designs, usually they come with a tool, and you can use those tools. So basically, you kind of press gently back and forth, just to make sure that the design adheres to the surface. Now again, you want to use moderate force and be as gentle as you can be while applying an even pressure, so you get a better result. So the best way to see if the design has stuck to the surface of this bench, you basically, if you can see, I'm gonna get out of the shot, but you can peel it gently to see if any of the design has actually stuck. If not, you have to continue rubbing. this sheet will, if you apply it back and rub it again, it will eventually adhere to the surface. As you can see, there's some pieces here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it back. Put it down, rub it back. Technically, see? Require a little strength. It's a little good workout. Take your time, because you want to make sure that the design comes out intact. All the details on it. See? So I'm applying pressure now, again, on this side. Again, same process. I'm gonna lift this transparent sheet and see if the design is sticking. If not, apply a little more pressure. Be patient again.